we wanted this album to feel like really luxurious, and kind of as a nod to the luxury that a showgirl puts on when she's on. CDs all have photo cards in them. The vinyls, they each have a poem inside of them.
Taylor Swift has built an empire on secrets, turning her life into a grand, glittering puzzle that millions of fans obsessively try to solve. At the height of her power, with the world quite literally at her feet, she stands as a monument to success, a flawless performer in a history-making global tour. But what if that monumental success was a prison? What if the perfect smiling icon we see on stage is a character she can no longer bear to play? Just when the world believed she had nothing left to prove, a shocking new detail has emerged about her upcoming 12th studio album, a secret that connects her to a ghost from pop music's past. This single revelation threatens to unravel everything we thought we knew about her, suggesting her most explosive confession is still to come. For months, the internet has been a war room of speculation about Taylor's next project, an album rumored to be titled The Life of a Showgirl. Fans, acting like digital detectives, have been decoding potential song titles and analyzing every frame of her public appearances for clues. But the most explosive detail of all wasn't found in a cryptic social media post or a hidden message in a music video. It was buried deep within the album's official writing credits, a detail so bizarre it was initially dismissed as a mistake. On one of the most intriguingly titled tracks, a legendary name appears: George Michael. It's a collaboration that seems impossible, a creative partnership that defies logic, given that the pop icon tragically passed away in 2016. This isn't just a surprise. It's a message from beyond the grave, and it's about to change the entire narrative. This isn't a simple tribute or a nostalgic sample. The song in question is Father Figure, one of George Michael's most provocative and controversial hits from 1987. When it was first released, the track ignited a firestorm of debate. Its lyrics, which spoke of putting a tiny hand in his, blurred the sacred lines between devotion, desire, and something far more controlling. The music video, a moody, cinematic piece about a taxi driver's obsession with a high-fashion model, was just as debated, hinting at a relationship that was both passionate and deeply unsettling. For Taylor Swift, an artist whose storytelling is famously autobiographical yet carefully curated, to reach back in time and select this specific song is a deliberate, calculated, and shocking choice. It suggests she is preparing to venture into thematic territory that is darker and more complicated than anything she has ever explored before. This move is a stunning break from everything Taylor has built her brand on. She is, first and foremost, a songwriter. It is the core of her identity, the one thing she has fought tooth and nail to protect. She once took on a rock legend who dared to question her writing process, and she waged a war to reclaim her life's work. Her songwriting is her fortress. Yet here she is not just sampling a beat, she is allegedly interpolating the very essence of another artist's controversial masterpiece. It's a crack in the fortress wall, a decision so out of character it begs the question, what story is so massive, so dangerous, that she needs the ghost of a troubled icon to help her tell it? What could she possibly be trying to say that requires her to borrow a narrative steeped in such dark, ambiguous history? The album's rumored title, The Life of a Showgirl, now feels less like a celebration and more like a warning. On the surface, it's a direct nod to her record-shattering Eras tour, a 3-hour spectacle where she transforms into a goddess of pop, dazzling millions in a parade of shimmering, bedazzled costumes. It is the performance of a lifetime. But sources close to the project have whispered that the album's theme isn't about the glamour at all. Instead, it's a raw, unflinching look at the crushing reality behind the curtain. It's about the psychological toll of embodying a perfect, unbreakable idol, night after night. The title isn't triumphant, it's tragic. It's the story of the cage, not the stage. In a recent, startlingly candid appearance on her fiancé Travis Kelce's podcast, Taylor herself seemed to confirm this. In a rare moment where her guard dropped, she gave a glimpse into the album's soul. She spoke about the illusion of her life, admitting, "My day ends with me in a bathtub, not usually in a bedazzled dress." This single, devastating sentence pulls back the curtain on her entire existence. It paints a picture of profound exhaustion and isolation, a quiet reality that stands in stark contrast to her explosive public life. She confessed that the album isn't about what happened on stage, but about the silent, lonely moments she endured when the roar of the crowd finally faded. This is where the George Michael connection becomes terrifyingly clear. By weaving father figure into her own narrative, is Taylor preparing to confront the powerful, controlling forces that have shaped her life? The song's themes of complicated mentorship and intense, almost suffocating devotion could be a metaphor for her journey through a brutal industry. It could be a commentary on the figures who presented themselves as guardians, only to become gatekeepers. The term father figure itself is so loaded, and for her to use it now, at the absolute peak of her independence, feels like a declaration of war against the ghosts of her past. The revelation has sent shockwaves through her fanbase, with wild and elaborate theories spreading like wildfire across the internet. Digital forums are buzzing with speculation. Is father figure a direct message to the industry titans who once controlled her master recordings, a final poetic blow in a war she has already won? Or is it something even more personal? Some fans have speculated that it points to a private relationship, one far more complicated and controlling than the public was ever allowed to see. The ambiguity is classic Taylor, but the decision to involve an artist like George Michael, a man who famously battled his own demons under the harsh glare of the spotlight, feels deeply, profoundly intentional. This collaboration is also a profound tribute to a pop icon who understood the dark side of fame better than almost anyone. George Michael was a teen idol who had to fight relentlessly to be taken seriously as a complex adult artist. He famously went to war with his own record label in a desperate bid for creative freedom, a battle that nearly destroyed him. In his story, Taylor surely sees a reflection of her own struggles. He was a brilliant artist who was punished for demanding control and honesty. By channeling his most controversial work, Taylor is aligning herself with his rebellious legacy, signaling that she, too, is ready to tell the unfiltered truth. No matter the cost, her confession on the podcast now reads like a mission statement for the entire album. "I wanted to glamorize all the different aspects of how the tour felt," she explained, before delivering the crucial twist. The album is truly about her offstage reality. This sentiment is reportedly mirrored in the album's cover art, a raw, unposed photo of her in a bathtub. It's a deliberate, shocking rejection of the polished, perfect imagery she is known for. It's a statement that this project is different. This time, she is stripping away the glitter and the armor to reveal the fragile human person underneath. The bedazzled dress is for the showgirl. The bathtub is for the survivor. This sets the stage for what is likely to be her most vulnerable and confrontational album yet. The life of a showgirl appears to be less about the spectacle and more about the quiet, often painful moments that happen after the curtain falls. It's an exploration of the side of her that we were never meant to see, a story of profound loneliness and relentless struggle that has been unfolding in the shadows of the sold-out stadiums. It's the final act, where the performer finally takes off the mask. With a ghost from pop's past enlisted to help her tell her story, Taylor Swift is preparing to deliver a confession disguised as an album. The inclusion of father figure isn't just a clever artistic choice. It's a smoking gun, a signal that she is about to explore themes she has never dared to touch before. The question is no longer just what secrets the album holds, but what other ghosts from her past will be resurrected in its lyrics. Is this album a final, heartbreaking confession, or is it a long overdue declaration of war? Either way, the world is about to find out what happens when the showgirl decides to burn the stage to the ground.